What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be spoiling The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 10. And in this episode, Gabriel's starting to feel like a real gangster, and Daryl finds himself at the end of the level in a boss fight, and we also learn that Alexandria is not as secure as we all thought that it was. All that and more coming up right now. I'm Mr. Hanson, and this is Spoiler Alert. This episode started off with Gamma reaching Alexandria, and it would appear that the crew was prepared for her arrival, but they won't just be opening the gates for her to roam free in Alexandria. She is still going to have to prove herself, and Gabriel's spidey senses are telling him that Gamma is not being 100 with the group when she tells them that Daryl and the gang are in trouble, and some of the information is not matching the information she had told them before. Rosita does not seem to believe what she is saying either, and decides to pop Gamma with a hefty right hook. This may not have been completely Gamma's fault and may have had something to do with the nightmares Rosita's been having about the skins coming into her home and killing her child. But anyways, they decide to put Gamma in the jail cell till they can figure out what she is up to. Gabriel and Rosita come to question Gamma, and Gabriel starts acting like he's the sole right hand of God, and the spirit of God is telling him that she is not telling the whole truth. This must scare Gamma because she does come clean and tells them that she did kill her own sister for Alpha, but everything else she said was true. Despite Gabriel's tough guy act he is putting on in this episode, we all know he's a big softie, so he believes her, but they still keep her locked up for the time being. They eventually do bring her into the hall and have her show them on a map where the cave is that she says their friends are stuck in. And she also tells them where the skins are all stationed and how to avoid them on their journey. Rosita does not know if they can believe what Gamma is telling them, but Gabriel goes over the top again and says that Gamma's just a coward and how all the skins are just cowards and they shouldn't fear them, that they will crack and all they have to do is torture them until they do. Gabriel's feeling real tough right now, and I don't really know where this is coming from, but anyways, they received a distress call that Alpha's horde was headed for them. It came just as some of the group was about to head out to the cave to find their buddies. They decided to split the group, some to go searching and some to stay back and defend the gate. We'll have to see how this works out for them later in the episode. Okay, I don't know what's up with Gabriel right now, but I don't think he should be acting like this right now. It seems like everybody kind of left Alexandria, and now he's feeling like he's the most badass one there, but I still remember who you are, Gabriel, and you need to calm down, and you also need to remember that Judith is still here, so you are not the most badass person here, and you need to just go sit down and chill, because this little act that you're putting on right now, it's gross, okay? It's gross, and nobody likes it. And, I think that it sucks to see Gamma getting kind of put through the ringer right now, but I get it, we know that she's telling the truth about everything, but the people of Alexandria don't know. So we're just going to have to see how this plays out. So let's keep it going. Daryl was off searching for a way back into the cave to try to find Magna and Connie, and he actually does find another entrance. The only problem is it's surrounded by skins and walkers, but that's not going to stop Daryl. He decides to hit the group with the sneak attack and takes out a few people. Daryl was going in on them. It was epic and I loved it. Daryl then found himself in a boss fight, face to face with Alpha, and the two started going hard at each other. They both get stabbed and take some brutal slashes during the fight, but Daryl ultimately wins. He gets her pinned down and is ready to end her, but he is interrupted by some walkers, and while he fights them back, Alpha gets back up, retrieves her knife, and proceeds to stab Daryl in the leg. Daryl thinks better of the situation and decides to flee and seek shelter in an old gas station. But Alpha is right on his heels and she too makes it to the gas station, but she tires out right at the door and collapses on the ground. She tries to summon some walkers to do her dirty work, but Daryl is able to muster up the strength to fight them off. I almost thought for a second they were going to help each other, but nah, that didn't happen. Alpha and Daryl start smack talking each other, and Daryl says that Alpha doesn't love Lydia, and this made Alpha pissed. She decides to make her way over to Daryl and finish him herself, but she collapses on the way, and the two just sit there, both just waiting to die. Just then, Lydia shows up. She shows some sympathy for her mother and holds her hand and cries for her mother. Alpha tried to get Lydia to make it a quick death and asked Lydia to just kill her, but Lydia can't bring herself to do it and just leaves Alpha there to die alone and apparently goes to help Daryl. Just when it seemed that this was going to be the end of Alpha and she was actually going to die, turns out, nope, she was just taking a power nap and snaps back up. She sees a message that Lydia had left for her, and some more of her crew show up, and Alpha starts talking all crazy, like she's gonna be even worse than she was before, and she was saying how this is the end of the world. Okay, weirdo. We see Daryl and Lydia talking by a tree, so it seems that everyone here is okay, and both Daryl and Alpha have survived. Okay, this part had some pretty cool scenes to it. You know, Daryl killing all those dudes. That was pretty awesome. But it also had some cheesy stuff to it. You know, Alpha gets all the way to the gas station where Daryl is, and she has a shotgun, but she can't quite make it the extra 20 feet to Daryl to shoot him and kill him. So she summons those walkers, and Daryl just handles them pretty easily. And so maybe he didn't. Well, I guess he didn't want to get up because she had the shotgun. So I guess it makes sense that Daryl was hiding. It doesn't really make sense why Alpha was just sitting there. But she ends up. She does decide to go attack him, and then she just drops her shotgun and falls to the ground. So that was kind of strange. And then Lydia coming. I really thought Lydia was going to kill her mom right there. Like, I was really thinking that. But then she didn't. So, whatever. You know, I also understand that, though. I understand that part as well. But I'm glad that she chose Daryl and she went and helped Daryl out. And Alpha's just a freaking weirdo, bro. And I'm ready for this whole Alpha saga to be over. So, hopefully that's coming soon. But not yet. So, let's keep it rolling. Last episode, Alpha's right-hand man, Beta, was sent to look for Gamma and instructed to bring her back alive so that Alpha could make an example of her in front of everyone. Turns out, the Whisperers had built an underground tunnel that led right into Alexandria. Beta uses this tunnel to sneak into the settlement unnoticed. He breaks into a house and he savagely kills everyone inside. It would have been really cool if it was not our people dying. He then waits for them to return as walkers to use them as a distraction while he searches for Gamma, and it works perfectly. He finds her locked in the cell and instructs her to come with him. Gamma is clearly afraid, but after some back and forth with each other, help does arrive and allows Gamma to sneak away. Judith does give Gamma a place to hide in the house, but Beta kills the woman holding him by slamming her into a jail cell gate. She really should have killed him when she had the chance, but now he's back on the hunt. He goes straight to the house where Gamma was hiding and starts looking around. Just when he's about to open the door to the room she is in, Judith shoots Beta with Rick's 357 Colt Python. Atta girl. The shot knocks him on the floor, allowing Judith and RJ to get away. Gamma also almost gets away, but Beta is able to get a hand out and trips her, and she falls flat on her face. Turns out, Beta had a bulletproof vest on, so the shot was not deadly. Rosita comes into the house and she takes a shot at fighting Beta, and she's just doing pretty well and landed some pretty good shots, but Beta is bigger and stronger, so he overpowers her. But just before Beta kills her, Gamma pops back up and threatens to kill herself if he hurts Rosita. Beta's mission was to bring back Gamma alive, so the plan works. Beta and Gamma leave Alexandria and start making their way towards Alpha when they come across Gabriel and the gang. Gabriel takes a shot at Beta, but it looks like he might have missed because Beta gets away. I think it's safe to say that Gamma has proved herself, and it looks like Rosita agrees. She properly introduces herself as the two head off to Hilltop together. Okay, so Gamma is officially one of us now. She made some moves in this episode and she proved her loyalty, so it's time that we stop calling her Gamma. And we start calling her by her real name, which is Mary. We learned this from when Judith went and visited her while she was sitting in the cell. Judith, she's such a sweetheart. She goes and visits her, she talks to her, and she just makes her feel better. And that's who Judith is, and it's awesome, and I love that about her. And I don't think she gets that from Rick, because Rick is always like, you know, let's make a deal. You know, whatever. She probably gets it from her mom. Yeah, that seems like something a mom would do. But, you know, Beta turned out to be pretty dope. Like, that was awesome how he came in there and slaughtered everybody. Like, I I could dig it. I mean, he didn't kill anyone that we could name. We can't name anybody that he killed. Oh, maybe some of you, maybe some of the like diehard fans can name the blonde lady that he killed and throwing her up against the jail cell. But everybody else, I think, was it's kind of just no-name people. And the people that jumped Lydia, they got killed. So, all right. So you know what? Good job, Beta. I appreciate it. But you know, in the end, Mary is safe and Beta's gone, and he's got to go back and talk to Alpha and say that he failed in the mission that she had given to him. So we're going to have to see how that plays out, but we're not going to find out this episode, maybe in the next one. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank you everybody for coming and checking out the channel and spoiling The Walking Dead with us. We're going to be spoiling the rest of them for the rest of the season. So I do hope that you will hit that subscribe button and join us if you want to. All right, The Walking Dead, Season 10, Episode 10, you've officially been spoiled. So till next time, peace.